everyone.
It's the James and Greg Show. And today we're talking about rain.
Man, he gets excited about it
Well,
too.
because it really rains here in California.
It doesn't rain in California.
Yes, it did today.
But girl, let me warn you.
Oh, God. Song lyrics by Greg.
Anyway, we'll talk to you in a minute.
Yes.
Stick around. Bye. We're noisy today, aren't we?
We are. We're having a fun
Anyway.
time here.
So
in
we're gonna talk
Hollywood. Hollywood barbecue.
Sure. We're going to talk about it's raining.
Yes.
So you grew up in Vegas,
And it rains there like once in a while.
right? I grew up in Houston and Dallas. Rains all the time.
So we got to see sheets of rain today come like this, sideways. Like,
So my favorite story, I was growing up, we grew up on one of the southern suburbs of Houston,
yes.
and the hurricanes would come through, right?
Okay, that's a lot of rain.
And I must have been 4 or 5 years old. I'm in the house. We're putting towels along the eaves of the door,
Okay.
so the water doesn't come in, even though we're built, all the houses are, here's the street, and all the houses are always built up a little bit.
Okay.
That's just how they do it in Houston.
Well, yeah, 'cause there's
And,
rain.
Right. So we're sitting there, and the hurricane will move through, and I call my mom because I'm looking out the window, and going down our suburban street is this guy in a canoe. And he's just paddling down the street, And then the next hurricane that came by, I'm looking out, and there's a guy in a fishing boat with his little troller motor.
Like
Just
on the street?
Just going down the middle of the
Wow. That reminds me of this guy I saw just recently in Palm Springs floating on a giant rubber duck. Like one of those rafts that you put in the pool.
Right.
Or swan or something. I think it was a rubber duck. I think it was yellow. But that video is very popular and it's gone viral.
On
You
the
should see
street,
it.
or was he in a pool?
No, he was on the street, and then cars were going by because it wasn't that deep. Palm Springs doesn't
Right.
get much rain, so it was like maybe that deep, but it still floated him, and like cars would go by and it would splash him.
Oh, that quacks me up.
So I'm trying to think what happened in Vegas with rain. Well, we have these things called flash floods. They're not like hurricane things, but they're flash floods because the ground is so dry and the rain comes down so fast they can't soak in. So all the water comes whoosh, whoosh, whoosh right down the roads. And there's this place, like it's called Charleston. That's the street, but it goes under the train tracks, and it always like filled up with water. And people every year, you could like look this up, would think, oh, I can get through there. And it's like they go and they like push their gas real fast, and then the water, of course, stops them, and they go bloop, 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 bloop.
Yeah, I know.
And then the next one goes bloop, 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 bloop. And there's a ton of cars like always like stuck there.
Yeah,
Pretty funny.
If you can't see the stripe in the road, probably not a good idea to drive into.
No, not a good idea.
So,
Especially when it dips down like this and then comes back up.
Yeah.
And you know that every day because you take that road every day.
and
Right?
like people in Los Angeles have difficulty driving in anything that's not sunny weather.
That's true. I prefer sun.
I know. But growing up where I grew up, then coming out here and it's like, oh, it's raining. I'm going to drive either 20 miles an hour on the freeway or 70 miles an hour on
Oh,
the
people
freeway.
cannot drive here.
No. It's like, just be careful, right? No.
No.
Oh, okay. So we first moved here, and I used to live up in Santa Clarita.
Okay.
And I'd be driving down, I would carpool with my roommate,
Yeah.
and it was raining just a little. And we were in the carpool lane on the 170, which is the north-south freeway.
Yeah.
And we're driving along, it's a little raining. All of a sudden, out of the corner of my eye, I see this little car, kind of like a Mini. And it's on the outside lane. And all of a sudden I'm watching it, and it hits a spot and does a pirouette and goes across all 4 lanes and ends
you.
up head on facing me in my lane ahead of me.
And you're
And
going
I-
how many miles an hour?
I'm like 50. It's
Okay,
fine.
good.
So I slow down, and basically I'm like here to people on the other side of this table, looking at this lady, and she looks down and starts. You can tell she starts her car, looks around, turns it, and drives around. It's just
Well-
this little old lady. It's like, I'm alive.
I'm alive. Better get out of the road.
That's the oddest thing. 'Cause I could just see her face. She was like, oh, start my car back up.
I hydroplaned once, like shit, like across the lanes like that. But I was in my Volkswagen Bug convertible, and it was coming from Pasadena into Glendale,
Right.
like on that mountain thing. But I just slid really far into other people's lanes, and I'm like, oh, please don't hit anybody, please don't hit anybody. I have good insurance, but I just
Right.
don't want to hit anybody.
Right.
So, but it's straightened out, and it's fine.
So, what? Our next time we're talking about rain, we're going to have our producer on camera, and she's going to tell us about her driving adventures in the rain.
Oh gosh, okay. Oh, I learned something new. When I was in Iowa just recently, it was like rainy and stuff, but they say that, you remember you're supposed to turn into it's opposite now.
Right.
It's not, you're supposed to turn the way you're going.
Okay.
The same way, because now cars, technology and their axle things or whatever, like when you turn into it, like just keep turning into it.
Okay.
So
And you could do a cool donut that way too.
you could.
Anyway,
I love donuts.
that's a whole nother thing. I can talk about donuts for a while. Anyway.
could?
Oh yeah, I love donuts.
Oh, tune in next week when we talk about donuts.
That's a great tease, isn't it?
Oh boy.
Anyway, hey, if it's rain, be careful out there. If it's not, hey, have a good
It's
day.
raining, man.
Huh.
Hallelujah, it's
Woo!
raining.
And
Woo!
amen. Okay, you know who produced and wrote that?
You.
Oh, Paul Schaefer.
Paul Schaefer? No.
Yes.
Really?
Look it up.
Wow.
So, and James learned something in our show.
I learned something again.
Anyway, y'all have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching the James and Greg Show.
Hope you enjoyed this episode. You know what we need you to do now?
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Yes.
And then share this, like it, and comment on each video.
Yeah, you'll see lots of special guests.
Yeah, and watch our episodes. We do recaps of your favorite shows. We have little adventures, and we have special guests.
And sometimes we're funny.
Subscribe.